Half a day, everybody. We are back here for Week 14 at Sidelines in Tamuning. Kenson Nicholas, Jason Salas, and Joe Cruz. KUAM Fantasy Football Fiesta, and we have these amazing wings, which are really, really hot. Oh, my God. Ken, take over. Oh, man. Woo.
Yeah, so we are Week 14. There's still 3 more weeks of the regular season of NFL action, but this is the final week of the regular season for fantasy football for us. The 4 teams that are moving on to the playoffs are all but set, at least 3 of the positions. So Zero Fox is the number 1 seed. We have Cowboys Suck at number 2. We have Luckless Monster at number 3. And then we have Outlaws in the wild card spot. And we'll see how they do today, and that'll determine whether or not they make it into the playoffs. And the playoffs will take course over the next 2 weeks. So.
Did I mention that the wings are hot?
Yeah, they are really hot. They're super good, though.
I did mention that like weeks back.
Yeah.
You told me to dive into one, and
I am a convert. Oh my gosh.
But yeah, shout out to the Final 4 teams after this week: Joey Pablo, Ronnie Malvo, Lloyd Kubicub, and Alan Chu. Yeah, good job this week, or throughout the whole season. Now, I wanted to ask you guys, Ken, since this is your first foray into fantasy football, if there was any takeaway that you had from the season, what would that be? As far as maybe looking on towards next year.
Draft is very important, and you need to always have consistent firepower. So I really think drafting, at least in our league, the way it's set up, I think at least drafting the running backs in your first and second pick are essential. Because I didn't do that. I took the best wide receiver, and I took whatever was best in the next slot for my second pick, and all the good running back, or all the premier level running backs were gone. And then they account for so many points in fantasy. But I don't know. I felt I did pretty well all around, though.
I was very, very paranoid about the injury reports. Every Thursday or every Friday our time when the injury reports come out, that stuff would keep me up at night. That really gave me some problems about how to organize my roster. And the wings.
Woo. The funny thing about those injury reports and stuff like that is sometimes you don't know. Yeah, he needs some more water.
Yeah.
Sometimes you don't know whether or not a player gets injured right before the game starts, or if he's questionable or what. So it is really important to look out for that. You drafted a really good running back. One of my favorite running back, before the start of the season, Leonard Fournette.
Is that just because he's from Jacksonville, where you used to live?
He's a really good running back. But I would say my favorite draft,
Angel of Mercy, right there, hooking us up with ice water.
And one of my favorite players, though, this year has to be Saquon Barkley. He's just killing it every week, week after week, week in, week out. He put down 170 today. Dude's just killing it.
Okay, as for the game going on right now, we have the Chicago Bears, and there is at least one gentleman here at Sidelines that is a very, very passionate Bears fan, taking on the Rams. Guys, either Aaron Donald or Khalil Mack is going to be the defensive player of the year. I think that's pretty much a lock. Joe, who do you think it's going to be?
I'm probably going to pull for Khalil Mack. Yeah. Raiders. Yeah, that's how you lose you flush your season down the drain. You just trade away your best player. Okay,
so Joe showing some support for the linebackers. Ken, are you going to take the opposite side and actually stand up for the defensive lineman, Aaron Donald?
No. I'll defer to the experience of Joe, and I agree that Khalil Mack's probably the shoo-in for defensive player of the year. So.
Well, as we all know around the office, Ken is the Mack, so he's going to support Khalil Mack. See, these wings are so hot, they're doing a number on my brain.
Yeah, my favorite player in fantasy this year was Patrick Mahomes, though. I thought coming out the gate, he had such strong performances. And I think maybe those early performances are the early weeks of the league are the ones where you really need to have the best showing, because you can kind of see as players progress through the season how well they're going to continue to do, right? I mean, it's all random at the end of the day. Anything can happen, but Mahomes, he's been crazy all year.
Okay, it's generally considered rude to eat during a segment or while you're talking and everything, but hey, it's the season of giving. It's also the season of consuming here. So we're going to wrap up the season as far as the regular season is wrapping up too. Guys, final thoughts as we begin to partake of these amazing sliders here there's so much to eat here at Sidelines. You got to come down and try every single thing. Most of the entrees are sports themed, which means that Chef Manyao is going to put like a little extra twist in it. Obviously, there's a little bit of a kick. So final thoughts, Joe.
My final thoughts align right with yours exactly. Come down to Sidelines. They're open at 10 every weekday. They're also open 7 days a week for just for your nighttime entertainment. They have bands they have music entertainment every night of the week, and they have specials going on every day. Lunch, there's a different lunch special. You can call it in. I know they do athletic meal plan programs, so you can call in, ask about that. Man, and so far we've had a really great time here at Sidelines.
Okay, so Ken, the last word is yours. I never thought I'd look deeply into your eyes and say that my lips are burning, but that is kind of the situation that we have right now.
So you know what? I'm just going to tell you guys right now that I wish NFL was a year-long kind of thing, because every Monday we get to come here and eat, and I've never had wings like this. You guys have to try the lemon pepper wings. They are awesome. They are incredible. Try those out. These are my favorite thing. I had this for like 4 weeks in a row.
Bring some milk.
Yeah, they are very hot though. So on that note, it's the playoffs. Congratulations to the 4 teams who made it. Those of you watching at home, we hope that you did well in your fantasy leagues. And give us some advice. Tell us in the comments what you would do different next year or what worked well for you. But we still have 2 more weeks, right? We're going to see the playoffs through, so we will see you then.
We're going to crown a champ. Happy football.
Happy football.
Happy football.